Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I can't believe how much lack of self-awareness some people display in their everyday life. And I'm not talking about here common people, like people who really we don't expect to be perfect, or don't expect to be tactful or diplomatic. The person I'm going to talk about today is a diplomat, is a U.S. diplomat, and she's about 73 years old. So she had a long time in her life to figure things out and to behave in a certain way, and she still has no self-awareness, and I'm going to show you why. Now, I have to confess this. I have this kind of trait that when I see a face and I see a name, I kind of tell you, especially certain groups. I'm not talking about Caucasians and blacks, because anyone can make a difference, but certain people belonging to a certain group by their appearance and by name. This is the lady that I'm talking about, and somehow she reminds me of some others of her kind. Her name is Mindy Sherman, is she? Windy Sherman. And I checked her, and I will tell you at the end of the video what she is actually, or maybe in between, we'll see. This is the title. Tonga, not China, must decide its future, says U.S. diplomat, this lady. So, Tonga should determine its future, not China or any other country. She doesn't mention the United States, any other country. Why not? Why did she particularly mention China? And U.S. Deputy, that's what she is, U.S. Deputy Secretary of State, Wendy Sherman, said during a multi-leg trip to Pacific nations amid growing geopolitical tensions. A televised event with university students in the Tonga capital Nuku'alofa on Saturday, Sherman noted that the countries had fought along each other since World War II. This is pathos. You try to draw the audience towards you. Something common, something nice that they can remember fondly about. Some 3 decades before establishing formal relations. She said while the countries shared values of religious freedom and concern for human rights, the U.S. also considered Tonga strategically important. Now, she is right now fishing, so now she's talking nicely. They share values of religion, freedoms, United States and Tonga, and they have concerns for human rights, U.S. and Tonga. That means they are special bond here, okay? The moment Tonga will just show a little sign that is not agreeing with United States, they will not have the same value, and they will have some violations of certain kind of freedoms in an instance. So let's go further. And I'm quoting now. She keeps going with this. Why did the Japanese attack here? All right. Because you were a strategic island that was key to the key to who would rule the Pacific Ocean, who would own this area. So she says, she makes this general rule of the importance of Tonga. So this island is key to the who will rule the Pacific Ocean. That's how important Tonga is. That means it's a fight for Tonga. And who fights for Tonga? Not Romania, not Zimbabwe, not North Korea. That's mainly 2, which is United States and China. All right? So she comes over there and says it's an important thing. It's very important strategically. And she starts again. It is strategic today as well because, as you know, boom, the People's Republic of China wants to be here. They want to invest here. What about you? You made a point that is so important that who rules you, who controls you, has the Pacific. and you mention only one, what are you doing here then? What's your role here? To do what? Isn't your role the same as the other guys? But you're the good guy and the Chinese are the bad guys? Obviously. So, and then he says here, what they can't do, the Chinese, is decide your future for you. But we will decide your future for you. We want to work with you. That means they can decide, but we want to work. That's the code word. We won't take over and we're going to tell you what you do. We want to partner with you. Tonga is going to be United States' partner. Tell me another great partnership that United States had. You tell me. And tell me that partnership was equal, like shoulder to shoulder. I'm not talking Israel, because Israel is not U.S. partner. Israel is, you know, United States might be considered somehow a bully boy of some other guys that is just sent here and there to solve their problems, some country's problem or some country. So the partnership is not partnership. United States doesn't have partners. The United States has vassal states. That's what they have. You do what I tell you, we're good. We're partners / you know what I mean, if you do what I tell you. I don't do what you say or you tell me, that's for sure. So that's the kind of partnership United States has with Tonga. All right, so she said that it's strategic today as well because, as you know, People's Republic of China wants to be here. They want to invest here, and we do as well. What they can't do is to decide your future for you. We want to work with you. We want to partner with you. And we want to make sure you get to choose your own future and that neither we nor anybody else decided for you. Oh my God. Do you believe that? How beautiful it sounds. Nobody decides, but I'm here just to do what? Just to let you know, because you're kind of like you don't know what to do. Why am I here then? To defend you from the evil Chinese, right? So top U.S. officials have visited the South Pacific this year as geostrategic competition in the region heightens. Yeah, okay, so Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi visited Samoa and Tonga in May, followed by Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong in early June. How many promises and threats were made over there? Poor guys. So let's go and see here, who is this Sherman? Because I said, she looks kind of, her last name is kind of, so let's see. So I looked on the easiest way, Wikipedia, which is the first one that gives you usually early life. When they say early life and career, you go over there and you find out. And her name is Wendy Ruth Sherman, born June 7th, 1949. That's, I think, is Tom Jones's date of birth too. Is an American diplomat. And then she was under the, when you see that, and you see that she graduated from Harvard, is another red light over there. And we find that Ruth Sherman was born in Baltimore, Maryland, to a Jewish family. All right? So, I just have a gut feeling. Nothing wrong with that. You just, you know, too many Zelenskys, you know, if you know what I mean. Zelensky here, Zelensky there, Michal here, Sherman there, Madeleine Albright there. We got all kind of things. It's natural. It's natural. So this is with Sherman. Lack of self-awareness. She went over there to Tonga to tell them that they can pick whatever, but be careful of those guys. But we are here to be partners with you. And Tonga just have to do, let me see. Click, United States partners. Okay, all right, and they were partners with those. Okay, tick. What did they do? What do they do when partners don't follow orders? Oh man, that's enough. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.